In this video I want to show you how to create one of our pair of items as a geometric pattern. So the first thing I'm going to do, open up Illustrator, is set a box, a rectangle box, to 80mm square. That's my boundary. So click on a rectangle, drag out a box, in my width, in my height, set that to 80. This might be under your transform button at the top there, and set that up first. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to grab a geometric pattern. This is one I found earlier, and that's about the right size for me. Okay, so I'm going to use these triangles, these geometric triangles, to create an interesting, it could be a necklace, or not a necklace, or an earring or something like that. What I'm going to be using today is the pen tool. We can use the pen tool a lot. And I'm just going to line it up roughly with my box. So there's my box underneath. I know roughly what I need to do to keep in my dimensions. Okay, so first thing we do, grab the pen tool, set the stroke, drop down menu on our stroke, set that to black. Now this time what we're going to do is we're only going to do straight lines because we want to recreate these triangles. So I'm going to start by clicking one point to another, oh I think I missed that first one. Let's create my first triangle. Because we need to allow for the water jet cutter or the laser cutter, we want to obviously offset these triangles, so leaving a little gap between them. So I'm going to leave a little gap and then create my next triangle, undo that, come back in, try that again. So really what we should look at is a minimum of about 2mm between each of my triangles. I'm just going to go around and I'm going to keep creating triangles to create an interesting shape. Okay, I'm just going to pause the video for you for a second, and I'm going to keep going around creating these triangles. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm creating lots of different triangles with about a 2mm gap or so in between them. Okay, so the last one I'm going to put on the boundary, goes on the outside. So kind of just guessing here, looking at my shape. I want it to be, maybe make that line a bit longer. Okay, so that's my boundary, and any black line is going to be cut. Now at the moment it's a little bit rough, they're not quite lined up perfectly. So click on that white mouse and let's go around and let's start editing the points. So click on a point and drag it and move it. Now this isn't scientific, and if we want to use more of a scientific type of software, we could maybe do something like this in Rhino or AutoCAD or something very similar to that. This is more artistic, so what we're going to get here is we're not going to get perfect alignment. So if you want to do this with maths, you know, and say, oh, I want this one 15mm and the spacing, whatever, then we might need to choose some other software to do that in. But let's just go around and arrange these triangles. So just slightly randomly, maybe move this one down a little bit. Slightly randomly, but just so they look like they all fit together. Okay, I haven't quite finished it. There's something a little bit wrong in the middle, but let's just zoom out for now and pretend that is finished. All I need to do is move away my background, take the background out of the way, and just move that box. And you can see it fits nicely in that box, and any of those black lines will be cut through. What we could do for our laser cutter, if we wanted to, is we could do some engraving, so we could shade these different colours, some of these triangles different colours, if we wanted to engrave them, or we could just cut through, and if we cut that through with wood, with MDF or something, we'd get a really nice effect. So okay, that's nice and easy to do a geometric pattern using Illustrator.